Let's now shift our focus to the state of Karnataka. After promising free electricity to the people of the state, the Congress government has decided to hike power tariff, which has sparked a fierce political war in the state. Citizens will have to pay an extra amount of 2.89 rupees per unit this month if their consumption is more than 200 units. Now, this extra cost is the fuel and power purchase cost adjustment and includes areas from the month of April. The FPPCA for this January could not be implemented in March because of billing issues and scarcity of time. This same FPPCA of 1.49 rupees per unit will now be levied from the month of June. To add to this, there is 70 paisa per unit hike which applies from the month of April, due to which the effective price hike for those consuming more than 200 units will now be 2.89 rupees per unit. Additionally, there is a sharp increase, clearly viewers, in the fixed charges as well, ranging from 50 rupees to 75 rupees now, depending on the consumption load. So it's a big worrying cause for the people of Karnataka. In the meanwhile, politics also has erupted in full swing. The BJP has come out to slam the Congress government, has accused the Congress government in the state of Karnataka of duping the people of the state in the name of free electricity promise. The BJP pointed out that even conditions have now been put in the free power promise for up to 200 rupees per 200 units of electricity. And under the free power scheme, the government will take into account the one-year average power consumption in financial year 2022-23. So apart from this increase and this hike in tariff, there are also additional conditions that have been put in place as far as the free 200 units electricity promise is concerned. This is about 10% more than the average usage. So if you consumed about 150 units of electricity per month, on an average, you will get free power only up to 165 units and will have to pay for the rest of the units consumed. The BJP has called this a fraud on the people of Karnataka. Listen in.
KERC is an independent body, statutory body. They recommended, but we never accepted. BJP government didn't accept the hike of power tariff by KERC. They should upfront, the government should pay the losses which KERC has estimated and see that the burden is not passed on the common people. They don't want to do that. They want to pass all the burden on the common people and blame BJP.
They said they're against the price rise, they're against the inflation. Now they have become responsible for the price rise, for the inflation. Increasing the power tariff by 65 paise per unit is really condemnable, and as well as the fixed charges for the people sincerely paying. Actually, the power prices should go down. The power generation cost is reducing, but here we can see the power cost is increasing. Instead of being pro-people, they have become anti-people. Already they have been showing their colors. The colors of Congress is seen.
The Congress on its part has instead blamed the BJP. It has defended the price hike with the state energy minister in an exclusive conversation with Times Now, saying the decision was announced by the State Electricity Regulatory Commission during the previous BJP regime itself, but is being implemented now. Listen in.
Tariff increase has happened to the thing. One is our regulator controller, they have announced the increase in BJP time only. They told our officials not to implement it now. It just happened, the regulatory authority has increased not now. It has increased when they are in power only. They are not implemented it. Okay, when the regulatory authority is asking us, we are bound to increase.
Hitting back at the BJP, in fact, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah also said that the BJP has no moral right to question them, as they did not fulfill the promises they made to the people of Karnataka.
What moral right they have? ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ 10 ಗಂಟೆ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಕೊಟ್ರ? ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸಾಲ ಮನ್ನಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರು, ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ? ರಾಜ್ಯನ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಹೆಸರು ತಗೊಬಂದು ಹೋದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪಾಠಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು? ನಾವು ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ 15 ದಿನದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳನ್ನ ಈಡೇರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಿಂದೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ 165 ಭರವಸೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 158 ಭರವಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಈಡೇರಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
If you have any party which is hypocritical in nature, it is the BJP. It is their government's decision to increase the tariff of power. How can they themselves sit on a dharna? You can't have dual role. You increased when you were in power, then you go back and sit on a dharna. People are not fools, and we are certainly not fools. We'll expose them in front of the people. Who were in power in April? It was in BJP. They have taken to raise the tariff of power in the month of April, when Mr. Bommai was the Chief Minister. So how can he talk against that now?
Well, we also saw earlier today BJP take to streets to protest against these unfulfilled promises. They call it fraud. Let's quickly open this up. Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, BJP spokesperson, along with senior journalist Shekhar Iyer and political analyst Rohan Mitra, joining us on this broadcast. Let me go across to Mr. Mitra first up and really try and understand what he makes of, the Congress's poll guarantees and how they've been announced. There is an announcement that's come in that also came in after some sort of pressure could be seen being mounted on the Congress on part of the BJP, because they said that it's been several days and the Congress said immediately after coming to power, we're going to implement all of these poll guarantees. But now that these guarantees have been announced after cabinet meetings that have been held, why are we seeing these kind of conditions being applied? Forget the electricity tariff hike for a while, Mr. Mitra. Let's first talk about these conditions that have been imposed.
First of all, a very good evening to everyone. See, if you have to come up with a plan, you have to come up with a new policy, there has to be a way to implement them. The Congress's guarantees, which they went before the polls in their manifesto, it was mostly targeted at the poorest of the poor, the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid. And you're talking about the people who are actually will benefit by the 200 units which they will get for free. It's not meant for people who are on social media, meant for people who've got high jobs. They are not the ones who are going to be affected by 500 rupees, 600 rupees. You're targeting people who are very poor, who can benefit from these 200 units. They can run their household. The people who will be benefiting are the women who are going to get the free bus rides, the women who are going to get 2,000 rupees into their bank accounts, the people who don't have jobs, the students who have a master's degree, who don't have a job for the next 2 years, they're going to get money so that they can concentrate and find jobs for themselves. The people who have a diploma, they can get 1,500 bucks and they will be able to find jobs. So it's about providing security and providing financial assistance for the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid, who are the worst of the worst, who've really been affected by the inflation, by the lack of jobs in the country and in the state, and who are affected by the rampant corruption of the previous BJP government.
Okay.
So taking from there, you're talking about implementing a plan. The government has just been formed. The first cabinet meeting has gone through. They have come through the best policy, the best framework to make this policy work. And what we have is the BJP already going on a dharna.
Should the people of Karnataka not be told this while these promises were being made, while these poll guarantees were being spoken of? Should the Congress government have not spoken of how the average in the last 12 months is going to be seen, as going to be looked at while going ahead and making all of these promises? Has the common man in Karnataka today not in that sense be fooled by the state government, is what the people of the BJP, the party, is now raising questions with regards to what is coming. But Mr. Amrit Shenoy, political analyst, is also with us on the broadcast. Mr. Shenoy, if you could quickly break down, the details of what has been said by the Congress to simplify this for the people of Karnataka, because this is going to lead to endless confusion. We've also seen some officials already being thrashed because they were, seeking explanation on their electricity bills, on people's electricity bills. So it's going to lead to this kind of
there
confusion.
is no confusion. Confusion is created by some media and BJP. Actually, those who were not using 200 units all these years will not get it. Those who were using below the 200 units, it may be 100, 120, 150, 10% will be added in the average of 1 year usage, and that will be given. So I don't think there is a confusion. Just because we get free, people cannot use that. So Congress has fulfilled its promises. There is no confusing conditions. And regarding to the free traveling in the government buses, no condition. Karnataka, ladies, females belong to Karnataka, they can travel. Only some high classes AC buses are exempted.
Okay, but again, my question being, Mr. Shenoy, were the people of Karnataka told that these are going to be the conditions that are going to be applied when we do fulfill those promises? That's the limited point I'm trying to make. Let's Let's hear it from Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda as well. The BJP is calling this fraud, but the Congress is saying to the limited issue of hike in electricity tariff by 2.89 rupees per unit. This decision was not taken by the government, by the Karnataka Electricity Regulatory Commission. So we've just implemented it. It actually happened under the BJP rule. Ms. Gowda.
Actually, it shows the real face of the Congress government, which is bereft of the foresight about the state, about the Karnataka state, about the people of Karnataka, about the economy of the Karnataka, which has promised 5 guarantees to come to the bar, and people of Karnataka have given them spectacular victory, and they've been extremely carried away by them. All these days they were just lost doing the freebies politics. Now it is very difficult for them. They're finding it very difficult to implement the 5 guarantees they've made to the people of Karnataka. Now they're saying by increasing the electrical tariff, they're doing the cross-subsidization, which in real sense, which will obviously affect the urban poor, and they'll become more poor. And this will lead to exclusion. That is, it will diminishes the inclusion, and it will also lead to lopsided growth. And they've lacked the foresight in everything. They're just having myopic vision about everything and anything and everything about in the state of Karnataka. And it is high time for people to realize, and we've already realized, we BJP opposition dispensation are here to give them a wake-up call, clarion call to prevent them from doing this. And now it has become very evident for them.
Okay, Mr. Shekhar Iyer, to just take this forward, because we're seeing this kind of a debate take place over the promises that were made vis-a-vis how the Congress is planning to implement it. If I talk about what was said in the poll promise as part of the poll guarantee, it was a simple line which said 200 units of free power to all households, the Griha Jyoti. Now comes the implementation part. The scheme to provide 200 units free electricity per month to domestic households, including tenants, will be implemented from the 1st of July as per the Congress government, as per the Chief Minister. But now there will be free power which will be given based on the user's consumption pattern in the last 12 months. So this has led to some sort of confusion, and then comes the electricity tariff hike as well. Do you think the people of Karnataka today have been cheated, given how this is being implemented and the hike that's now been announced?
It is always said that devil is in the details. Now the details have come out. Because all along, we were all aware, at least we were aware that it is not easy to provide such a blanket, freebie to everybody. So in the manifesto, it was made simple for the maximum effect. But the reality is now hitting hard. By the time you calculate, a lot of people who thought they would be benefited would not be covered. Even with Griha Lakshmi scheme, by the time, only a few days ago, there was a lot of a debate about, when the minister concerned said whether the Griha Lakshmi, the money, 1,500 rupees or whatever that is to be given, should it go to the mother-in-law or the daughter-in-law? So every household has to decide who should get the money. So there are a lot of details, and the simple reality is the government doesn't have that kind of resources to implement all these things. Okay. For winning elections, this is okay. But when it comes to implementation, there are hard realities. Now, there is a pressure from the Congress High Command on Siddaramaiah.
And like you said, the Griha Lakshmi also, and reports have suggested that there's been confusion and there's been, internal rift within one family, wherein the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law are fighting because who is it that's going to be at the receiving end of 2,000 rupees. Then comes the Shakti Yojana. Now it's an exemption from luxury buses, AC buses. All of that was unknown to transgenders, to women in the state. And that's why these questions today are being asked. Gentlemen, we're going to have to leave it at that. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thanking Ms. Gowda as well. We need to shift our focus